What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be doing a guide here for the red stone that you can get on JP right now if you log in. Yeah, so we are going to take a look at this very underwhelming list of characters. This is probably not going to be a very long guide because this is not a very important stone. You cannot get very good stuff with it, and that gets more and more true every time they release one, because all of the units on it get older and older as time passes, and they get more and more unusable, right? So we are now to the point where it's very, very possible that the best thing you could buy with this is the Elder Kai. They have just added so much crap to this, and nothing good, right? So it used to just be these original 10 Dokkan Fest units. They were the first 10 Dokkan Fest units to release. And all of these used... Well, actually, I don't know if that's true. Don't quote me on that, because you have the 1-year anniversary LRs here and stuff. Yeah, probably not. But 10 very, very old Dokkan Fest exclusive units. And, you know, back when these were newer, a lot of these were really, really solid options, right? Especially once they started Easy A-ing. Right after their Easy A's, these were insane units. All of them were very, very usable for a time. So yeah, it is kind of sad to see that they've fallen off and that they've added no newer Dokkan Fest to this red stone for you to be able to continue that level of hype that we used to have with this. So yeah, but that being said, I still would say that the 10 units at the top are the most useful, just because they are Dokkan Fests. They are limited units, and they never post them on banners anymore. So there's pretty much no other way to get these units unless you buy them with this stone. Whereas all of the other units below are just regular banner units that you could summon at any time because they're in the general SSR pool. So that's the most important thing to consider, and I think that that's the most important factor. One, because I'm a collectionist and a completionist with these games. But the other reason is because I don't know. I just think that they're more valuable because of that, right? So. Okay, so that being said, there are a few of these banner units that are better than others. So 4 of the banner units, this entire top row is completely dead. None of these units are useful in like a single place that I can think of. Same deal for the second row. Yeah, there's like nothing here that calls out to me. Well, God Topo is a decent support unit. So I suppose for like the punching machine or something like that, you could use God Topo, and that would be acceptable. This Vegeta is decent. He's on Majin Vegeta's 200% team, so if you run him in a long form event and you let him build up, because this guy infinitely stacks defense, then he can be like okay, but still nothing impressive. These two are decent. They're the most recent Easy A's of any of these units. And they are decently impressive. This guy works well on a Vegeta family team. The Goku's like alright, but he's more attack-based, right? Whereas the Vegeta's defense-based, which definitely helps in the current meta. And then I guess Kefla is like not complete garbage, but she's pretty bad. Like, she's not like red zone worthy or anything, right? Another unit that stacks defense, and she's a nuker. And then yeah, the Elder Kai, which is really the best thing here. And I think that's like kind of about it, right? I guess if we're to look a little deeper into the Dokkan Fest units here, the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta has 80% damage reduction for the first 10 turns. So that's nice, but the content has honestly gotten hard enough at this point that if you take him into the newest Red Zone stage, like if you take him into Cell Max, he'll still die from a Cell Max Super. Even with that 80% damage reduction, it's actually not enough, just because his stats and stuff aren't good enough, and he doesn't have, like, defense raising and guard and all this on top of it, right? So, yeah, he is actually kind of not usable in, like, the hardest content at this point. Same deal with Janemba. He used to be an amazing tank. He just having guard isn't enough. His stats are way too low. Oh, this Kid Buu is one of the best support units in the game, so if you manage to... you know, if you needed him for like the punching machine or something, he could be a really good option for you as well. But yeah, other than that, I think pretty much all of this stuff is unusable. So, there you go. that's pretty much everything. The concise guide. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention with this. There has been talk over the past few months of, because it got mentioned in a live stream or like a Dokkan Now or something at some point, that Dokkan, they announced they were going to be doing something else with EZAs, right? Like an EZA 2, essentially, where, you know, to be able to make some of these older units relevant again. And then during the 8th anniversary live stream, there was a fan meetup where a bunch of the fans got to ask questions. And one of the questions that they asked was about this second EZA thing, like what do they plan to do with it, or is that coming, right? And what they responded was they want to do something like an EZA 2, but they don't just want to repeat the same thing they did before, because then the same problem will happen. Power creep will exist, units will get phased out, and their new kits will become obsolete once again. And so in order to alleviate that problem, they're trying to find a different way to incorporate some new type of thing like EZAs. So, while that's not much information to go off of, and it doesn't give us a timeline or anything, what it does tell us is that something that, you know, Bandai and Akatsuki are looking at is all of these older units that are completely phased out, like this entire list right here. And they do intend to fix this so that at some point in the game these characters will become relevant again. So that is another reason why I think it's more important for you to focus on picking up these Dokkan Fest units. They give out maybe one or two of these, maybe like 2 or 3 of these redstones per year, because they always give one out at the anniversary and at the Worldwide Download Celebration. I think they might give one out during like Golden Week or Saiyan Day or something like that as well. So yeah, maybe like 3 of these redstones a year. So if you had none of these 10 units right here, it would take you like 3 years to get all of them. Well, I imagine in 3 years' time, probably all 10 of these units, being very, very old units as they are, some of the first to get EZAs, right, will probably have whatever EZA 2 thing it is. So start collecting now. I definitely would say that's why it's wiser to get the Dokkan Fest units for sure. But granted, I'm sure all of these units will experience that EZA 2 or whatever thing it ends up being, you know, once we find out what that is. So yeah, but that's basically everything I have for you, is just more kind of thinking about the future or thinking about more gimmicky game modes, because yeah, not much use out of most of these characters here. So hopefully that was helpful in, you know, helping you guys decide what unit to pick up with your redstone today. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I got for you. So if you enjoyed this guide, then consider being a part of the Toxic Tribe with a like, comment, and subscribe on the video. We are trying our best to get to 400 subscribers. So if you enjoy the guides that we put out on the channel, we put out a lot of them. So please consider smacking that red subscribe button and becoming a part of the Toxic Tribe. That's going to do it for this one, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace!